I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. Of course, this week we saw the massive repudiation of MAGA extremism, of Trumpism, of just the threat to normalcy. And we saw in people like Democratic Governor Andy Beshear and his victory. We saw in Virginia with the victory of the Democrats in both the House there and the Senate. We saw with issue 1 in Ohio. We saw with the vacant Pennsylvania Supreme Court seat. We saw across our country that actually America isn't all that divided. America's craving normalcy. But it is the media, it is the provocateurs in search of power, it is all of the right-wing MAGA extremists that are just trying to divide us all. That's what we saw. So I want to get the perspective, though, from the Alien Super Show. It's one of my favorite shows here on the MeidasTouch Network. I know it's one of your favorite shows as well. What would it be like if just aliens from outer space were watching and observing what's going on here? And this supercut that they do is amazing. You're going to want to watch this whole thing. Play the clip.
Well, the Latino vote is so incredible because they're unbelievable people.
You're an excellent people at catching paper towel rolls thrown by me.
We have tremendous support from I call Hispanic, Latino. You have lots of different terms, but it all means the same thing as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, as far as he's concerned.
You're an excellent voting block of people.
They're energetic people. They have more energy. They're passionate people.
I watch a lot of telenovelas.
You know, it's always tough to generalize about people, but you can,
Yeah. You know, it's tough to stereotype, but actually, it's really one of the easiest things I do.
You should be flattered by my stereotypes. It's a compliment.
All right, so we had done something on the show a couple months ago with Greg Kelly.
Update.
This is where Alien Super Show really brings you the news.
No one else is covering this.
Time to go ASS backwards.
There is an audio tape, I am told, by people in the know, incontrovertible evidence of Joe Biden's corruption that is about to be made public.
Define about.
It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen before Labor Day, but it will happen sometime between Labor Day and Halloween.
Okay.
All right, so
there's a pretty big window here.
And
that window has come and gone.
Hold on, Gleep.
Okay.
Because
I'm listening.
There is no year on the end of that October 31st.
It says the calendar behind it
no,
implies.
there is. You're right. Never mind, there is. Okay, I'm wrong.
You are being very generous, though, Tox.
Yes.
I was trying to give Greg Kelly the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, so there's no smoking audio recording, but let's check in with the guy, Comer, and see how the investigation's going.
So you've subpoenaed who? I'm going to let you rattle this down.
We subpoenaed James and Hunter Biden as well as Rob Walker.
Who?
If you'll remember, Rob Walker
I don't remember.
is the associate.
I don't remember this.
Received the very first wire that we
okay.
made public.
The most prolonged game of Guess Who ever.
Let me get this straight. You're purporting to be a news organization. You have so much money, and you can't get a picture of the guy? Can't scrub his Facebook profile for something he uploaded?
That's what the subpoena is for.
Oh, really? How do you serve a subpoena if you don't even know what he looks like?
He's a ghost.
The man has no face. He'll blend in.
You'll never see him again.
He's 1,000 steps ahead of you. His name is Rob Walker.
Delaware Ranger.
Walker.
Biden business associate.
He walks in the shadows.
Yeah. The shadow government is finally real.
James Biden is Richard Dreyfuss in Mr. Comer's Opus.
Yeah, the rare movie where the real person plays the actor.
It's very rare.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes they do that. Captain Sully is Tom Hanks.
I would watch that.
Hey, I don't know how I got here. I just hit some birds. Now I'm Tom Hanks.
Okay, well, it was a big week of wins for Democrats and supporters of women's reproductive rights, or as Rick Santorum puts it,
and you put very sexy things like abortion and marijuana on the ballot.
What did he just
and
say?
A lot of young people come out
Don't
and
threaten
vote.
me with a good time.
It was a secret sauce for disaster in Ohio. I don't know
so many
what they were
things
thinking,
happening
but,
in this clip.
That's why
Secret sauces.
Secret sauce, sexy abortion, Mercedes Schlapp being like, say what? It should make us all happy that these people don't get paid a lot of money to be on TV.
He's got to be doing some side work at this point.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see Rick Santorum like at a Baskin Robbins being like, can I take tomorrow off? I have to do a Newsmax hit. No.
We must be a pro-mother party. We need a national strategy to help vulnerable women.
Any woman who doesn't have access to abortion is vulnerable.
Watching them become self-aware over this is like kind of painful.
Tomorrow, I want the House of Representatives passing legislation for men to pay women child
You know that functional body that we've spent the last month admiring for how efficient they are? I think they could do this tomorrow.
They were just missing direction from Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah. They've got that budget figured out already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Government shuts down in like a week and a half.
Yeah. They'll get right on it.
Legislation to have women have access to the supplemental food and nutrition program up to 2 years after childbirth.
We force you to have a child? Well, tell them what she gets. You get food stamps for only the first 2 years.
It's like a showcase showdown.
Behind door number 1.
You get food stamps. These are things that the government could hand out to these people who need help. The thing they accuse Democrats of, which is trying to buy votes with free services.
Exactly.
Like the only reason Kayleigh McEnany cares about this, and she's saying it, is because Republicans are losing on their message. So to win, she's saying you have to offer women free things.
Goodies. Once you give them that entitlement, they're gonna just expect it.
Then they're dependent on the nanny state.
These welfare queens.
They're gonna be sucking at the teat every day.
The GOP is throwing a gender reveal party for every single woman who's forced to have a child.
Kayleigh, how are we gonna pay for this? What are we gonna offset to make sure that these women can get?
Who's gonna pay for it, Kayleigh? Huh?
Yes.
Me? Not in my tax backyard.
Our children's children?
Not on my watch.
We must not just be a pro-baby party. That's a great thing. We must be a pro-mother party.
Pro-baby and pro-mother. That's so awesome.
That's a great thing to be.
Pro-baby. Woo!
I'm anti-baby.
You are a growing number of anti-baby people in this country. It's a real shame.
And here's a man in a black shirt and a black jacket, like he's a TV show devil. I don't know. It just seems like that show Lucifer.
Oh my God. He light stained a Perino cigarette with his thumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Regarding abortion, it's a loss. It's a denial of transformational change. It's a decision for most people done out of fear.
I mean, okay, there are so many millions of fathers in this country who are addicted to this show, and they're getting parenting advice from this vessel of rejected high thoughts. Like, this is so bad. Fox News destroys families. It's documented how many families have been ripped apart by this network, and like getting family and parenting and parenthood advice from Greg Gutfeld and this army of complete degenerate, evil, narcissistic manipulators.
Sorry, I was listening to Greg Gutfeld gutsplain to me about gutsplain away.
Abortion is based on a fear that is greater than the actual reality.
The funny guy who drinks out of a kooky unicorn mug just called women
Oh, that's right. He's the funny one. He's such a Chandler.
Could I be any more dismissive?
Could I be any more interested in taking away the rights of women?
The woman becomes a different woman than she was before when abortion was an option. And that drives the fear. Once you see that, you can't unsee it.
Okay, I think I'm following. If you apply the science from anamorphs to pregnant women, all this makes perfect sense.
Most people that are Republicans are probably pro-life, and we love our babies, and I love being a mother, but what's most important? Republicans taking over and Republicans being able to keep our country.
It's just amazing.
Holy smokes.
We love our babies, but what's the most important? Our family, loved ones? No. It's Republicans in control.
What are Republicans exactly, if they are not the ideas that they are bringing to the table?
Traditional family values, so long as we're in control.
My message after January 6th was the most important thing is that Republicans need to take over this country by any means necessary.
What do you think the Republicans need to do with their abortion messaging?
Well, I think it's their overall message in general. You got to give and take on some issues. It looks like the majority of Americans don't like the rape and incest thing. Donald Trump got a lot. pushback from the Republican base that he wasn't.
Americans are not down with accepting rape and incest.
We thought they did because there was a lot of that in Game of Thrones.
Show me the focus group where Frank Luntz is like, all right, raise your hand if you're in favor of the rape and incest thing. Just the, your R&I. Anybody for the R&I? No? Okay. But he says it so casually. He's like a sports commentator being like, well, you know, the messaging in general and the rape and incest thing.
That we need to have like a telestrator to figure it out.
Yeah. They don't let Lawrence sit at the table anymore. They only had room for 3 at the table. So sorry. It arrived this way from Wayfair.
Gotta stand over there. Little further.
Can you get closer to the edge of the frame, please? Can you just look at the middle of the screen? It's a bookshelf with no books on it.
Is that an elevator to the right of it too? Like, what is that?
Lawrence, take a step to your right. Down the elevator. There you go. Keep going.
I also love that in the post Bill O'Reilly and Roger Ailes Fox News, they had to put frosted glass on the table so that you can't see
the
their legs.
That's right.
Yeah. Wasn't that a thing on the 5 where like they would put Kimberly Guilfoyle?
Sure. I just remember Megyn Kelly.
Oh, yeah. They would make them wear short skirts under a glass table. Oh, they frosted the glass. That's progress, everybody.
Tasteful. They stand for women.
They sit cross-legged for women.
And your Congressman Carlos Jimenez, do you know him?
Hiya, thanks for tuning in. If you like the show, help us keep this spaceship going. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or drop a comment. We read them all. If you really like the show, subscribe to our Patreon where we share bonus content that didn't make it on this episode. Okay, gotta go. Thank you. Bye.